Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Danny Chase as we are about to unveil Chase Office Field right here on the campus of Trinity Western. The soccer pitch, of course, for the Spartans. Danny Chase, a former Spartan himself, his wife Joanna, a former Spartan as well. Great history at Trinity Western. Now that you come back and you get a chance to name this field Chase Office Field, what does it kind of mean to you to be on this pitch and think about your experience here at Trinity Western?
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be part of this kind of program, and to be able to put the name on the field is a pretty cool thing. And so when it was first introduced to me, I didn't know what to make of it. I wasn't one of the superstars on the soccer field before, but I really enjoyed my time at Trinity and really valued my experience on the varsity program. And so it was great when I had that opportunity to put the name on the field.
What was your experience like as a player here, and what was it like just being at Trinity Western and being a Spartan when you were back in the 90s?
Yeah, back in the good old days in the 90s, it was a lot of fun. Community, and I keep on hearing that word community still, so it's pretty cool that the university's been able to maintain that. But just a real feeling of community. I came from the north, coming to the big city. Parents weren't too sure what I was up to, but it was pretty neat how welcoming it really was. I instantly fell in love with the university, even though I was only initially planning on coming for 1 year, just because of came and during the tryouts for the men's soccer team, just met such cool guys, and I was very honored to be able to make the team. I was one of those last kind of guys to be able to make the team. But when I was part of the gang, it was very cool to be part of it, part of that team. And so just going around campus and being part of the men's team and such, you meet lots of friends, you get recognized by people, etc. around campus, and it's really neat. It was an awesome time.
Now, your wife Joanna was a huge part in helping the Spartans into a varsity program here back in the 90s. You saw that obviously firsthand. Can you explain to us kind of how that process went and how you saw that Joanna helping the Spartans become who they are right now?
Yeah, well, it's amazing what they've turned into. It's it's pretty exciting actually to even consider the fact that Joanna was part of the initial founding team, and so when she saw me playing soccer and she's very athletic and likes to exercise, etc. But never actually played soccer, to be honest. She was just a natural athlete, and just saw how much running you do in soccer. She's like, that looks like a lot of fun, and so she said, let's get some girls together and see if we could actually put together a club team. Went through all the approval processes, and she spent her and her friends spent hours on the whole application process and presentations to the directors, etc. And then when they first had that first club team, they were just all there for fun and started to build their own little network and community with the women's team. And so then it became the first, her senior year was the first year for varsity. And I think they lost every game, and fairly bad too. But the reality is that the girls had so much fun, and now looking back, they're all in awe of the program.
What have you seen in terms of the men's and the women's programs since you've graduated? I mean, both have flourished, both have made it to numerous national championships, both currently are in the CIS top 10. What have you kind of seen as you've seen the programs develop since you've been gone?
Well, it's interesting to even talk to people in the business world now and say that I was part of Trinity Western University, and say that I played on the men's varsity soccer team. And many of them out there are very familiar with it, even though it's a small university. That the varsity program is well known out there, and so it's kind of I'm kind of riding the coattails of the new boys on how well they've done and the success they've had. We won some games in our day and had a lot of fun, competed for making playoffs and stuff, but just certainly didn't have the level of success that they've been having over the last number of years. So it's just great to see that.
Now, you've obviously been a supporter of Trinity Western for a number of years now, a supporter of the Spartans. What is it about this university and the Spartans that makes you want to give back?
Yeah, it really comes down to it was a pivotal time in my life that helped me to change the direction of my life, to realize things that are important in life, to refocus my life, and I really give a lot of that credit to the university, the community that's being built at the university, the professors and how supportive they are and they were. being part of the varsity program and just the desire to compete and travel. It was such great guys, and so it was just a real life-changing experience coming to the university, and that's where when we started to have some success, really wanted to see how we could give back.
Excellent, excellent. Now, just tell us a little bit about what you do, and obviously Chase Office Fields. What does Chase Offices really do? And maybe here you can give an opportunity to talk a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, no, well, at Chase Office Interiors, we the simple version is we do office furniture, but it's much more than that. It really is creating productive, healthy, and happy work environments. It's about designing workspace that people want to be in, that produces high levels of productivity for the business, and so we work with a lot of mid to large corporations in helping them manage their facilities, helping them to do all their moves, adds, and changes. And so we do a lot of work with some national accounts across Canada, and just being a key part of their facilities team and design team.
Mm-hmm. And now looking forward to Friday night, what are your thoughts on that night in terms of, the unveiling of the field, but also getting a bunch of alumni back and really kind of imagine, chatting and kibitzing about the old times?
Oh yeah, there's going to be some fun times actually Friday, and I'm really looking forward to that. The number of us actually haven't seen each other in many years, even though many live within an hour of each other. Just of course life happens, wife and kids, etc., and so I just been involved in lots of texts going around and emails going around of who's coming, and so yeah, it looks like a lot of the good old boys are going to be back, and we're going to have some fun.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for all your support of Trinity Western University and the Spartans, of course, and thanks very much for sponsoring this field, Chase Office Field. We're delighted to have you on board, and thanks for joining us today.